Welcome back. Well, we now have our research team joining in to tell you what the trade setup is looking like, the stocks that are likely to be in the news, and the action from the F&O space as well. Hey guys, a very good morning to all of you. So Darshan, let me come across to you. Positive cues coming in from global markets today.
Morning, Sonal. That's correct. So, well, the handover that we're getting from US market, it's strong. US market has regained almost all the losses seen in the previous two sessions. Indices were up in the range of 1 to 2%, and it was led by the tech majors, especially Apple, which announced its earnings for January to March quarter, and earnings were above estimates. Also, it announced a buyback program of $110 billion. And if you want to know how big it is, it's more than the combined market cap of 46 Nifty companies. And next major cue for us is crude that continues to remain steady. Brent is hovering around the level of $84, which is the lowest level in nearly 2 months. And tracking all these, GIFT Nifty is indicating a start near record high for Nifty. And this comes after a flat close that we witnessed on Thursday amid a range-bound session. Frontline indices had closed with a positive bias, while financials dragged for second straight day, especially the likes of ICICI Bank and Kotak Mahindra Bank, which were lower tracking their news flow. And the same sentiment was reflected in the institutional activities. FIs have turned sellers after buying for 2 consecutive sessions, while buying by DIIs has continued for 8th straight session. And coming to stocks to watch from Nifty pack, keep an eye on Titan Britannia, which will be announcing their earnings for Q4. And besides those, Bajaj Finance will be in focus as RBI has lifted restrictions.
Okay, all right. So that is the market setup. Thank you so much for that, Sudarshan. Let's go across to Vamakshi because she will list out all the stocks which will be in focus today. Good morning, Vamakshi.
Well, good morning, Sonal. Let me first start off with Bajaj Finance. RBI has lifted restrictions on e-com and online digital Insta EMI card with immediate effect. Apart from that, keep an eye out on Coal India. Revenue has seen a downtick of 2%. Margins, however, have improved substantially to 30.3%, and net profit has resultantly come in nearly 26% higher. Ajanta Pharma reported numbers that were better than what the street was expecting. Revenue seeing an uptick of almost 19.5%. Margins have improved from 16.9% to 26.4%. Net profit has seen a surge of almost 66% on a year-on-year basis, and in fact the board has gone ahead and approved a share buyback of up to 285 crores. Coforge has reported a contraction in margins. Margins now stand at 12.8%. Net profit is lower by almost 5.6%, and more importantly, the company has announced that they will be acquiring nearly 54% share capital of Signity Technologies is 1,415 rupees per share. Yes Bank sources say that the company is likely to be, a block is likely to be launched today. Carlyle is looking to sell nearly 2% stake worth 1,500 crores in the company. KEI reported a mixed set of numbers. Revenue saw an uptick of 18.2%. EBITDA is up almost 21%. Margins are marginally higher, and net profit is up almost 22%. JBM Auto net profit has come in at 62.5 crores as compared to 28.4 crores, and margins have also seen an improvement of almost 100 basis points. IEX in its April in the April business update reported a 14% jump in the total volumes. Market clearing price in the D-head market was, however, lower by almost 6%. MOIL also reported an operational update for the month of April, and manganese ore production is up nearly 22%, while the sales are up nearly 17%. Mascot Dock has signed a shipbuilding contract of $42 million with a European client. And lastly, we will be focusing on Max Estates. They've signed agreements for potential group housing residential development in Gurugram, and the GDV for this project is around 9,000 crores.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for that list. Let's talk about the cues from the F&O space now. Manglam is joining in. Hey, Manglam.
Good morning. So, we saw an interesting move in yesterday's trading session. There was the Nifty, which was doing well, and it was buoyed down by the Nifty Bank, which was lower as well. So the Nifty Bank was down by about 1/3%, and that kept the Nifty's gains in check. No problems with the mid-cap index, which was up by about 0.5%, outperforming as well. And now the GIFT Nifty is indicating a strong start. The question is whether that strong start would be used by bulls to sell into, bears to sell into, or maybe bulls to pile on to those gains. The FIs, they sold in the cash market once again yesterday after 2 days of both DIs and FIs buying. Now they've gone back to, the usual, where the FIs sell about 965 crores and the DIs bought about 1,047 crores. But in index futures, it was interesting. The FIs bought about 364 crores. Now, on a net basis, this number looks small. It's just 364 crores. But the trade that is going on out there is FIs are going long Nifty and short Nifty Bank. So if you look at the internals, the FIs have actually bought 1,000 crores worth Nifty futures, and they've sold 670 crores worth Nifty bank futures as well. So that's telling you that, Nifty bank could continue to see some pressure, whereas the Nifty moves ahead. The FI long exposure, 53% versus shorts of 57%, and the net long exposure is close to around 25,600 contracts. On the way up, the street is expecting for some sort of resistance around the level where we're likely to open today. That's 22,850, because the 22,700 call is extremely active. On the way down, however, the 22,700 put and the 22,600 put, both of them active, telling you that there is strong support zone around 22,550 odd levels itself. The only fly in the ointment is the way the India VIX has moved. The India VIX has surged about 30% in just the last 2 weeks. So volatility is back in the game. And watch out for Aditya Birla Fashion and Retail. The stock has entered F&O band.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us and prepping us up for this trading day ahead.